Welcome, it's Xavier down the bottom of the garden, and I'm here to finally get to grips with this Zelkova, which I used to think was a really nice Chinese elm, but Yelly decided to tell me it wasn't. Now, this has been sitting about for a while, and truthfully, it got repotted into this, quite an interesting root system, and I repotted into this, I think it was a year ago. Mainly because the pot it was in was one of those great big tall non-bonsai pots. Well, it's for a cascade. So I put it in this. I took the bottom off there, which had a great big handlebar that went out like that. I actually tried to do a ground layer experiment. Yeah, enough said about that. So anyway, so we've got that down. And it may be that I'll still look at the angle. It could be quite an interesting, but not for now. All I'm going to do right now is get rid of all the rubbish crap and see what we've actually got left in this. I've had one more of these, to be honest, and these are all saving Nursery's origin a good few years ago. One that looks like it's kicked the bucket, which is a great shame. I haven't explored why. I've sort of got it in the, just in case and say a few prayers pile, but hey ho. So all I'm going to do with this is the rules, just so you're aware, and I'm sure it's been promoted many times on lots of different videos. These things love to grow and extend. Right now is their peak growing time, but also within the next sort of week or two is probably the last opportunity that you could sort of, let's not say safely, but be comfortably within the zone of getting some back budding prior to later on in the year when we get to the really cold weather. So, new shoots, where do we go back to? Normally the straightforward rule, let's find a shoot that's new. Okay, so we say here. Okay, so the new growth has come from here and here, and normally what they talk about with elms is that definitely the first leaf bud isn't an active bud, so we normally like to cut back to 2 in most of our deciduous. In this instance, ignore the first, and quite often the second one doesn't have a bud, so your 2 active buds are actually going to be leaf 3 and 4. So that's what I'll be going back to. I'm going to go around and do that with this whole tree. I'll also neaten out again while you go along any dead branches, anything that's not wanted in the design, get rid of. Generally I don't wire these, so stuff going straight up, but here I quite like it. I've got little levels and layers there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There we go. Now when you look at this, where you've got this great big length where nothing's come, yes, is there any point having this great big gap? I could wire, although it's fairly coarse already, drop it lower, which is how I often wire for things like elms and that. It's just to make up for that sort of issue. Or I can just rebuild it. And in this one I just want to have an experiment. I'll probably wire here, but on some of the other ones I've just gone all the way back, and you should get budding straight from there, so but we'll do that for now. Same with here, but if you rewire into a different position, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm just going to be doing the basic wiring to length and shape at the moment. The rest of this will be in that motion, Xavier motion. Here's a classic example of a whip that's been growing out that's perfect to do wiring on, and then you can definitely get what you want from there. So great lengths here, which Again, nothing here, so there's nothing until I get to here. I want to pull it right back in. So let's just see what happens. I'm going to be quite brutal. Take them right back and see if we actually get budding from back there. Or actually, looking at that junction, that's 3 from 2, so I might have. In which case we're going to take that one off. Okay, well, I'm going to keep working my way around this, and then I'll bring you back at a different stage. Okay, if it's not getting too dark, I've actually I'd spent 10 minutes doing all these branches here, and I ended up removing them. I've just started doing little gins along here. I don't know how much I'll end up ginning. I may take off this, but if you look from here, now cut this to a sort of profile. I'm just going to give me the extent, so same here. So we've got this basic thing, so that's what I'm doing there. Which is I'm going to continue to cut this right back. Truth, I am literally trying to think about starting this almost from scratch. These great big lengths here, which aren't much good to anybody, to be honest. I want to open it right out, so we can really see in here to begin with, and then rebuild, I think, is going to be my way. Sometimes, you know, you'd think it'd be easier to just almost go in there and just clear it out, but you've still got to have an idea in your mind. I still wonder whether it's going to go that way or not. I could end up losing all of this. Just concentrate on this. If I put a load of rocks and everything under this, it can look like, it could actually look quite impressive, I think. I've got this idea, well, you know how my ideas work. Next thing you know, this is going to be the side of a volcano. Again, with a lot of these, if I don't get budding off these, which I should do, I really should, then I'll just remove it. And next thing you know, this will become all dead under here, and I'll have everything growing up here. There's lots of long, straggly growth spreading through, and I like to have it in compact areas, which does require you basically to take something right back. That's nice. I want to be able to see into the tree. Definitely a lot clearer in there. A little bit of dead wood. I mean, a lot of this is back to bare wood, so I am pretty sure I've definitely with elm they've bud back from that. But I always get nervous when I do it at different times of the year. Sometimes I think it's because I've just had an elm that's died on me for no real reason. I'll do some exploration at some point, but it always makes me a little bit nervous. So we're going to go straight to my screen and let's see what we've got today. A sneak preview of what's being edited next. I'm going to go for the newest subscriber, which is to Lika Vlog. I believe Lika, if I've said your name right, is Portuguese, and if she's not, then the Google Translate that I sent you is going to make absolutely no sense. I apologise if I insulted someone with it. It's just a lovely little comment saying hello friend. She's put some very, very lovely faith-related words to me, so thank you Lika for that. And then moving on from Lika, comment that I've picked up on is Gay Fana. And she's picked up on the fact that sometimes I like to have chats between other creators and Yelly, and I think it's with a soft or lazy form of yellow, so it's Yelly. We've been having a chat back and forth about all sorts of things, and she's gone, fascinating eavesdroppings between you and Yelly. Now I don't know, I think if you want to sit there and listen on people's conversations, that's great. Personally, bit of a bonsai stalker. No, Faith, thanks very much. I do appreciate that. I'm sure we're going to have some more comments coming from you in the future. Now we're going to go to videos. Now,
This is an interesting one because there's a guy called Big Ben in Germany, and this is Big Ben singing the Bonsai Blues. Now, I don't know how this sits on copyright, so I'm going to put literally 5 seconds of it on here, and I'll put a link to the video. So that's a little teaser for the Bonsai Blues. Obviously it helps if you speak German, and no, I don't, but good one, Big Ben. We'll see if anyone else picks up on that one. And there was a second one I got, and it was all about, I just thought it was a really interesting and bizarre bonsai. And it's from Rongson Bonsai, and it's how to make a bamboo bonsai. And I just thought, how bizarre, but it just goes to show you what you can do. So I like to have a little look around and see what different creators are doing. If only so I can steal their ideas and make it sound like they're my own. Isn't that right, Tony? Okay, so from Xavier, inside the house, who spent 5 minutes making sure that didn't have anything inappropriate up on the top tab, because you suddenly realise that if ever you see someone's screen, what's the first thing you do? You have a look and see what they've got on their tabs. Now, seriously, I'm now going to hand you back over to what will be this.
Things like this, that's too heavy for me to really, I could wire. But I think I'm more inclined to see if I take it back to there, see what buds come out. This one coming, I'm not sure, it's coming from the same point. I'm really inclined to either gin that and just concentrate everything up here. I am, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Okay. Try to get some stuff out of the way. Interesting. So that'll do for now. It's interesting. See what happens. It could. I really can see a lot of the bottom of this being ginned, to be honest. And it's not. It's not certainly not a usual thing for a Chinese or for Zelkova or Elm, I don't think. But just wondering whether I see more of that. Yeah, that could work like that. I don't know if you can see what I'm seeing through there. Okay, so creating that, which means I've got to sort this mess. That's going to go yeah, got to work out which of this mess gets reduced. First one's easy. And what I haven't done with this, which I should have done to be honest, is give myself just a little bit more stub. They do have dieback, so I may suffer, because I'm actually looking at a lot of this to be dead. I've got to carve that. I can see I can actually lose quite a lot of this and utilise that shape a lot better. Well, definitely getting there. much more compact. I'm going to be taking this off probably, I'm not sure, but we bring it in here. I want to have it go down and then up, and then I haven't yet decided. Well, the apex is going to be decided by which of these branches gives the closest. She's quite flat there, but that doesn't make sense with that. I suppose it's because I want some green there. I just want to see what happens with a lot of the other branches. Not a lot of greenery on this. Okay, well, I'm just going to keep working on that. Imagine that's going to be relatively straightforward actually, going by the way I've been doing it. Do you know what? I think it's there. Okay, it's Xavier having completed, and nothing like what I thought it was going to be. Interesting repot. I'm not sure how the root system in there will be. If it's anything like some of the other root systems I've had, it'll be atrocious, but this is the finished product for now. See if we can give it a 360. Looking, I'm really hoping that this actually works well, because take that off a bit or jagged it. If that all fills in, I'll be really happy. So, from Xavier down the bottom of the garden with a Zelkova. You're probably going to see this one a good week after I did it, so we're just coming up to the end of July right now. Anyway, have a great weekend, and don't forget the Aero Guard. That one's for you, Sam. Cheers.